Hi Ryan, so 2-1, some of your thoughts on the game?
Obviously another big disappointment. I think we shot ourselves in the foot somewhat. We went in front, and then I felt that we had one or two chances where either Giannis has gone in, the keeper's got a slight touch, and had one of those gone in, then you know, it could have been a different story. But I think in the end, the draw would have been a fair result. It was tough, really tough conditions for both sides, yeah, unfortunately, we've gifted them the winner.
I have to bring it up, but Ollie's error to give them to set up the second goal. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, Ollie's been a good performer this year. Last year he had to be patient to get in the side. And you know, all credit to him. I think overall this year he's done well. So he's disappointed, obviously, with the goal. But I think in the grand scheme of things, he was. You know, we can let him off one.
It must be frustrating that you've picked up so many points in difficult places and difficult games, and then you've had 2 games against sides in and around you that you've not been able to get the results that you probably would have wanted.
Yeah, it's the games, you know, when you look at it, with no disrespect to, you know, to our opponents, but they'd probably feel exactly the same when we go and play them away from home. But you know, they're games where you need to be picking up points, and we failed twice. You know, we've had a discussion at the end. You know, the players have got one or two things off their chest to each other. And we've got to make sure that we learn the lessons from today, and we learn the lessons from Tuesday, and we take those forward with us. We've got to evolve as a side. We've got to keep progressing, and if we don't learn the lessons now, then you know, then that puts us in real trouble. So you know, it's going to be some hard work on the training pitch.
It ramps up the importance of Saturday's game in particular, with Chelmsford being one place above us in the league table.
Yeah, it does. I mean, when you have so many games in a short space of time, it can be draining physically and mentally, and also you get less time to get instructions into the players. Of, you know, you have to constantly remind players about what they're expected to do from game to game, and when you get less time on the training pitch, some of those messages, you know, they fade away, and you know, so it's a situation that we're in. So you know, we've got to this week use the fact that, you know, on Tuesday I might need to make 1 or 2 changes to give players a rest, but also it's an opportunity for 2 training sessions.
So are you going to approach that with a degree of experimentation as well? Are you going to...
Not experimentation, no. But there are 1 or 2 players that are, you know, they're dead on their feet at the moment. So they could do with a rest, but it'll only be 1 or 2 because it's a competition that, you know, we want to win.
Okay. You were only able to name 3 subs today.
Mm-hmm.
What can you say about that situation? Can you clarify anything for us? I mean, obviously there are a number of
Yeah.
injuries, but the squad seems very thin.
Yeah, the squad seems thin. I mean, I had to move 1 or 2 out earlier on in this month. In order, one in particular was to get some games, but you know, at the end of the day, we do need 1 or 2 more bodies involved. Obviously the injuries are mounting up. And that doesn't help, but we've got a tight budget, so you know, I can only work within the financial constraints at the club.
Is a loans an avenue you could look towards?
Yeah, so we've approached 2 clubs for loans, but at the moment they don't have anyone that they're looking to put out on loan, because again, even in their own situations, you know, they're looking at needing the players involved, because the rain, the games that have been called off, it all mounts up, and you know, and we're looking at Saturday, Tuesday, right up until April. So it's important that you know, that we do have the bodies of the right quality in order to see us through that period. Otherwise, you know, it could be challenging times going into the final month of the season.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Sarah.
Thank you.